are you?
My masterpiece.
But who are you?
After him, he is my nemesis. Our rivalry is what gives me motivation in life. Now go, destroy him. That's an order.
But wait!
Emergency, all Maverick hunters on call should assemble immediately.
The same dream, again.
All Maverick hunters on call should assemble immediately.
And welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man X4, or should I say Mega Man Zero? No, that's a completely different game. But yes, we're playing as Zero right now, as a call to all Maverick hunters has gone out. Jumping right into it, I'm going to apologize preemptively if I play a little shaky today. Haven't had a chance to do as much practice as I normally do, and I'm also dealing with a bit of a headache. Got a visit from my mom over the weekend for Easter, so just was a little preoccupied with that to actually play this game. Anyway, heading right into Sky Lagoon, you may notice right away, we actually have new music. And playing as Zero, instead of having a Buster, he has his Z-Saber. Unlike Mega Man X3, where he used a Buster, and then if you fully charged it, he could utilize his Saber. Otherwise, this level is much the same as it was as X, and indeed, that is true of much of the game. The biggest differences are a handful of boss fights that Zero gets into. But yes, you're hearing Zero's signature battle cry that anybody who's played as him in this game has permanently etched into his memory. Hoo-ha-ha! Yes, I can recall it like it was yesterday when I first played this game. Actually, not really. I was like 13 when I first played this, and I don't remember it that well. But you get what I'm saying, I'm sure. I'm just gonna go right past these guys. And, like I said, the game plays out much the same. Here is Dragoon as he was for X. And he gives much the same dodgy explanation that he did to X. He repeats it to Zero. Oh dear. But yeah, Zero's theme for this level, I don't really like it quite as much as I like X's. This is by no means a bad song, though. It's pretty good. This is the opposite of how I feel in X5, where I feel Zero has the substantially better intro theme than X does in that game. It's also kind of pointless that they have two separate themes for that stage, because playing either as X or Zero is nowhere near as big a deal in Mega Man X5. Also, as you can see, Zero, in contrast to X, has a potty mouth. It was more shocking to me when I was a teenager and I mostly played E games, I suppose. But, once again, Sky Lagoon has crashed and all the people are deadited. LMAO. But yeah, going forward, Zero can break through a lot of these blocks much more quickly. Slashing with the Saber, doing jump slashes is actually a very effective way to deal damage, sometimes more so than just doing your basic combo. It doesn't come up too much right now until we deal with bosses. As you can see, you can destroy that block before it falls and crushes that ground. It doesn't come up too much now until we deal with bosses, but against bosses, the way the basic combo works is that only the final hit actually gives the boss invulnerability frames. And you may be thinking this right off the bat, but there is indeed an exploit we can do with that. I'm not particularly skilled at it, but it is something you can do. Just coming down this way, even though it doesn't really matter too much, just to get the 1-up, not even really for security, I just like to get everything. Now here's a major difference with Sky Lagoon. Who's this? She wasn't here before. This is Iris. She is actually a completely new character for this game. She makes an appearance in the Game Boy Color game, Mega Man Extreme 2, but that was actually released after X4. This is her first appearance altogether, and you are not really supposed to know who she is. Zero just kind of acts like she's been a factor in the rest of the series so far. But yes, Zero actually gets a cutscene before the boss shows up, alluding to his presence rather than him just being kind of around. Oh, okay, he did appear in the previous section of Sky Lagoon, but you didn't really get any explanation, whereas at least there's some kind of explanation here. Although, It is interesting to note that Zero seemed to be apprehensive to believe this thing belonged to Repliforce, which may indicate that it is actually an operative of Sigma, rather than something operating on behalf of Repliforce. Again, I neglected to... Okay, I actually dashed under it. The hitbox on that foot is not as nearly as big as it looks. Did that considerably better than I did as X. Now, in general, because Zero has very limited options for attacking at a range, I kind of consider his story to be a bit harder than X's, but it is easier in some specific instances, where Zero is much more suited to fighting the bosses. And again, the game acts like these two characters, Colonel in this case, have a history together, but they did not. So it looks like we get a bit of a different perspective on Repliforce's Repliforce being at the Sky Lagoon. Turns out Colonel had just brought his unit here because they suspected the worst for Iris, given the crashing of Sky Lagoon. But Maverick HQ has misinterpreted it and thinks they are Mavericks, so get a bit more explanation compared to how this goes with X. And this is why I was saying this game is definitely a bit more about Zero than it is about X. I guess fitting for his true debut as a playable character as opposed to his awkward implementation in X3. He fleshes out a bit more of the plot details of this game than X gets to. Honestly, X kind of plays into the villain's hands, but we will continue.
Brave soldiers of Repliforce, we have all been wrongfully judged as mavericks by the humans. We cannot suffer this indignity and live in disgrace. We will build our own nation of Reploids. But remember, this is neither about insurrection nor rebellion against our human creators. This is about our liberty and security. We must battle for our own individual rights and our own survival. Together we will build our nation, a sanctuary for all Reploids, our own utopia. Let us forge onward towards a new golden era for the Repliforce.
I too share the general sentiment. Take heed, we have no other choice. Let us fight valiantly, with courage and pride, without fear, for we are the Repliforce.
The most powerful army in history!
The General has finally taken action. And now, my Maverick Hunters, what will you do? I'll be watching closely from here on out.
Now, we already saw that cutscene in X's story, but I figured to just include it in its entirety for completeness' sake. That is the only duplicate cutscene between the two stories, and the one instance where Zero's plot doesn't get quite as much establishment as X. Sigma just kind of appears randomly there compared to X's opening cutscene, where we already know that he's involved with Repliforce. But yes, the Repliforce have started a military coup. Now Zero has to do what he can to quell the coup. But yes, Zero goes to all the same locations that X did and does all the same things that X does. I guess some people complained about this because the following games, instead of having dedicated campaigns for the characters, instead you can just choose which character you want to use in a given level, and in X, well actually in pretty much every game except X8, I think, it was implemented pretty terribly and you should just stick to one character anyway, but that's neither here nor there. But all the levels get the same description. As you can see, our mission control this go-around is Iris. Double is not a factor at all in Zero's story. He never makes an appearance. In fact, I don't even know if any of the stuff X does. Like, I'm not even sure which plot is canon, so to speak. Whatever. We're going to Jet Stingray. I want to do every fight, or every Maverick, in a slightly different order than I did it. And we're going to be starting with Jet Stingray. I must give the voice acting in this game its due. But we're going to start with Jet Stingray, and we're going to go to Split Mushroom after. Now, like I said, I haven't really been able to practice this as much as I normally do before doing a recording, so I may screw this up. Hopefully I don't, but if I do, please don't hate me for it. Because that is the most grievous thing I could possibly do, is play bad at Mega Man X4. Absolutely tragic. Okay, I need to start paying attention here, because this is where the jump for the heart container is. All of the upgrades are located in the same spot for Zero as they are for X. The only difference is that X, or Zero, does not have to collect the armor upgrades. Obviously, he has no use for X's armor, and unlike the succeeding games, there is no kind of special upgrade for him to get. Well, it's not like X5. I don't think there was a special upgrade for him to get in X6. There was supposed to be, but due to issues with that game's very rushed development, it is not exactly implemented properly, so you can't get it. But again, that's neither here nor there. Now, you do have to do the stages in a particular order to get everything in a single go, which is why I'm doing Split Mushroom early on. I'm just doing Jet Stingray just to get it out of the way, because I don't particularly care for the stage, and it's very annoying. Let's see if I can get the sub-tank without screwing it up. Okay, so we want to... I losing track of what I'm doing here. I want to go up here, and... No! Okay, cutting ahead. There we go, I got it that time, although I almost screwed it up because I was going vertically with the Ride Chaser. But you'll pretend like I got that the first time, right? Alright, let's head into Jet Stingray's boss room now and take him on. And this is where Zero's story really stands out as being different to X, because obviously X can hang back and shoot the enemies. Zero has to get up close and actually slash them, so we have to approach these in a much different way than we'd approach them with X. Has a little less banter with Jet Stingray also. Anyways, for this fight, we want to get right under Jet Stingray and just do jump slashes. And mistime that slash. When the little Stingrays come at us, we just want to slash at him. And whenever he is on the opposite side of the screen like that, we just want to preemptively jump over him to see if we can see if he's doing his dash. He's not, so we don't have to worry about it, but you should always just do a dash jump just in case, because he will hit you if you're just standing still at the bottom there. And I'm getting pretty lucky here, so he's letting me beat him up something fierce. Now, if I get a chance to, I'll try and show off a trick that you can do with Zero that I'm not going to use too much, but okay. Kind of screwing it up here, but yeah, I'm not very good at it. But you can cancel Zero's slash combo with a dash, and if you do it with proper timing, you can cancel the dash with another Saber Slash and then just alternate between them. And like I said, the bosses do not get invulnerability frames until you hit them with the final hit of a combo, so you can absolutely shred... Oh, I'm getting a little distracted here. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh! Yeah, I was way too focused on explaining that, and I just let myself get killed. That's okay, though. But yeah, you can just shred through the boss's health bar like that. Oh, that was embarrassing. It's okay, it's okay. We're a bit ahead on time anyway, so I am just padding the video out, because that's what a good content creator does, right? Okay, let's do this for real this time. That was just demonstrating what not to do, much like how I was demonstrating what not to do when getting the sub-tank. Yeah, that's the explanation. If you time it just right, you can actually slash him right as he's passing under you. I, of course, did not time it right, because I am not practicing these things, as I have said. I promise I'll go into the next video a little bit more practice. I gotta get the footage for that low percent video recorded anyway. Yep, I was standing a little too far forward, yeah. If you are standing too far forward, the hurt box on the back of that dash is a bit bigger than a standing hitbox. Yeah, mistimed that also. In general, I just am very good at mistiming things when I'm too focused on yammering away. That's how it is when you Let's Play stuff. Okay, he's gonna come down now, and we'll just jump over like that, take him out like that. Yeah, no need to rush, we're not in a hurry. We don't even have rush in this game, and he dies. That is the proper way to handle that. There we go. Hey, it gives him a bit more time to flex, right? Right. Now, what does Zero get for defeating bosses? Also, he has a unique level clear theme. He has my absolute favorite in X6, actually. Really awesome. Look it up if you got the chance. We get Hienkyaku. Oh, I talked over the guy. Whoops. But this is Zero's equivalent of the air dash, so now he can air dash, and Zero does not get weapons from bosses. Well, some of them are functionally like weapons, but he gets special moves. Some of them are equivalent to abilities X gets, much like how Hienkyaku is just an air dash. But some are unique abilities that X does not get in any capacity, including the one that we get from Split Mushroom, which is really good, and it's also necessary to get all of Zero's collectibles. So once we have this, we'll be able to tackle the levels in any order that we so desire, but I'll still try to tackle them in a way that isn't a complete repeat of how X handled it. And once again, we are in Split Mushroom stage. Zero handles this starting area a little bit better since he can just slash at things as they come at him. Of course, I screwed up and tried to slash the thing you're supposed to jump over. Let's just teleport on. Now, fortunately, I don't have to worry about contending with X's hover function to get the collectible here, so I can just buffer jumps to get that. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I was not paying attention at all. I just kind of took it for granted that I was going to slide on that wall. Let's get going. These flowers are a bit more dangerous to Zero, since he can't just, you know, he can't just shoot them. He has to actually get close to slash them, which means that he's much more likely to get hit by their shots when approaching. One thing to note about the hitbox on the final hit of the Saber combo is that it extends a decent amount behind Zero, so you can actually hit things with it while they're standing behind you if you place it right. And of course, I screwed that up. I am so bad at adjusting myself in the air. Oh well. Let's just get that guy, get some health now. It's okay, we don't need health for this upcoming mini-boss, and we're gonna get a full restore once we enter the next section of the level anyway. Here is another guy that you can absolutely shred with the Saber Dash cancel, but it is far less necessary. And this one is pretty similar to how it goes with X. It's a good idea to start the combo a little bit before he comes up, so that you can hit him with the tail end of the Saber combo. That deals the most damage overall. And let's hit this guy with some jump slashes. Okay, that was some pretty good damage there. Don't know if I'll be able to get him on this one. Yes, okay, sweet. Did that even better than X did it. Alright, let's get out of here. It'd be funny if there was a pit there that I didn't remember and I just fell right into it. Alright, here is where we're going to be jumping forward and just jump slashing like crazy. And of course, even though that's a very simplistic strategy, I still mess it up. Oh dear. Yeah, this is... Okay, let's just let this guy go ahead of us. Oh, man. This is not... Oh, man. Zero's supposed to be better at this section than X. Oh, boy. Well. Yeah, let's just pretend that didn't happen, okay? And we want to jump up here, and wow, that does a ton of damage. Okay, so don't stand under those guys. Whatever, I could use the health refill anyway. I didn't actually... Oh no. Of course. Okay, I think I can... Yes! Haha! So, there's an alternative way to get it. I screw up in one way to prove that I'm better in another. I think that counts for something. I was worried I'd have to kill myself there to use a continue. I may actually end up needing to use a continue because I am very, very bad at fighting Split Mushroom with Zero, but it is what we'll deal with. We do not have Split Mushroom's weakness at this point. Several of Zero's special moves are straightforward attacks, and they cover weaknesses for Zero in much the same way that X's weapons do. However, Zero actually doesn't have a one-to-one equivalency with X's weapon for every move, so some of them are used on multiple things, and the one that's used on Split Mushroom is actually the weakness of several balls. Oh no! Meet you there. Okay, here we are again. Turns out doing this game while you're suffering from a slight case of eye strain does not do well for your judgment of distances. Also, holding the dash button until you reach the end of the screen is also probably a bad idea, but it is what it is. I'm being thorough with the game. I was just showing off what happens if you game over, which we did not get to see in X's story. You get sent back to the start of the area you are in. We are in Area 2, so if I continue, I get sent back to the start of that. He does not say his famous line in this version of the fight, but Split Mushroom, this first section of the fight, we can actually deal quite a bit more damage as Zero, since he can easily jump up to Split Mushroom and hit him. Of course, once again, I screwed this up in a small way and let myself get hit by one of the soul bodies, but you know, that's how it is. For Split Mushroom, we just want to tag him with jump slashes as he is jumping around. Alright, I'm just gonna, I wasn't sure if I did enough damage to him to put him into this phase, so you just want to jump on the walls. Okay, yep. Alright, I'm figuring this fight out. Oh jeez, of course I screwed that up. I do like to go for those saber combos when I can get them. Oh wow, I can't believe I actually avoided that. Oh no, well, that's better than I've had this fight go at the game's offset. Maybe once I get to the low percent video I can actually do it right. Whatever. So, I'd say this part has been a mixed bag so far, but hey, I'll go by my age-old defense. It's just keeping the game interesting for the viewer. What do we get? So, we got Kuenbu, and what does this move do? With the correct timing, higher and further jumps are possible while airborne. What does that mean? That means that Zero can double jump now. We also get two moves out of this. Quenzan, which is a spinning slash. The game's a little misleading about this. It's not something that you activate by choice. It permanently replaces your jump slash. So we've got a new jumping attack, which we will be seeing in the next video. But we've made enough progress here. As you can see, here's my completed file for Zero. Let's just, no, let's not get rid of my low percent file. Let's use slot 5, save a new file for Zero, and that is where we will pick off next time. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope to see you then. But until then, goodbye.